Yes, yes. Welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 187, How to Vet Connection Requests. How to Vet Connection Requests. My name is Mark Anthony Germanos. I will be the presenter today. We get connection requests on social media, and we look at these for a good 4, 5, maybe 6 seconds before deciding if, yes, we should accept the request, or if it's just not realistic, and therefore today, I will present some criteria you can use when deciding if you should accept or reject a connection request. Sometimes people create personas, and the personas say everything under the sun except reveal some embarrassing fact. There is a popular meme that has a picture of a person and the caption reads unemployed. But on the other side, we have the same person with all these criteria, except for the fact that he's unemployed. Sometimes people, they're less than honest online. Imagine that. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. Since we're talking about people who lie in their online profiles, I think we are in the integrity domain again, because they're liars. I'm going to share my PowerPoint now and give you some criteria of what hackers want to learn about you. And of course, the same criteria is what we should use when decide if we should accept or reject a connection request. So let me share my monitor. Hackers want to learn your name and your family status. They want a few pictures. They want to know what you do for a living. They want to know what you do in your free time, and politics and religion. Some services, like Facebook, give you a fill-in-the-blank form that includes fields for politics and religion, and I think that's kind of scary. When you vet connection requests, use the exact same criteria and ask, is this person realistic? Even if they have a different occupation or if they have different activities in their free time, it's okay to accept that connection request. But if the profile just doesn't seem to make sense, or if it's incomplete, it's probably a fake account. I'm going to give you 3 personas and ask, number 1, do you think it's a real persona? And 2, what do you accept the connection request? Now here's number 1, persona 1, with Cassandra, who's a single mom. She's a receptionist for a federal government agency's Los Angeles office. Cassandra helps establish neighborhood watches throughout Los Angeles County. She tells her kids and neighbors you have to be street smart when you live in a big city. That is Cassandra. Would you accept a connection request from Cassandra? Let's look at the criteria from Cassandra. She's a single mom, she's a receptionist. In the free time, she organizes a neighborhood watch, and she thinks we need more police. Let's continue on to number 2. This is Tom, who's a barista. Tom is single. He's a medical student. He works part-time at a coffee shop in Palo Alto. He plays computer games in his precious free time. He promises to cure dementia, which has stricken his grandmother. He tells friends the country will be screwed up until we elect Bernie Sanders, and Bernie cancels the student loan debt. So let's look at the criteria for Tom. He's single, he's a barista, and he thinks the ultimate solution is feel the burn with President Bernie Sanders. Would you accept or reject his connection request? Let's go to one more. This is Lynn, who's a realtor. Lynn is happily married to a professional athlete. She's a real estate agent in San Francisco. She runs 3 marathons a year. She promised her mom she would visit all 7 continents before turning 50. She laughs and walks away when you try talking politics. Lynn, married, realtor. You try talking politics and she walks away, which is what we all should do. Would you accept or reject the connection request from Lynn? So I gave you 3 profiles. Here we're looking at Lynn. We had Tom the barista, and Cassandra, a single mom who runs Neighborhood Watch. Which ones are real? Which ones are not? Fasten your seatbelt. Yes, I'm a writer and I created the personas. But Mark, what about those pictures? I went to a website that let me scroll through pictures. And then when I found one I liked, I was able to copy it to my workstation. The website is This Person Does Not Exist. And I'm going to pull up that website to show you some computer generated personas. Maybe I like this one, maybe I don't. If I don't, then I can press F5 to bring up the next. Young, old, male, female. Different races, maybe different religions, we don't know. Maybe they wear glasses, maybe not. Maybe they have good teeth, maybe not. These are all computer generated. As soon as you find one that you like, just right click and save it to your desktop. How about her? She's kind of cute. Right click, save it to the desktop. Just because a persona has a picture does not mean that persona is accurate, and it does not mean the picture is accurate. We saw how I was able to get computer generated pictures online from thispersondoesnotexist.com. When you get connection requests, ask, is it someone I know? If so, then I would lean toward accepting the request. Is it someone who's already connected with someone you know? If so, then I would lean toward connecting or accepting. And number 3, is it someone from a shared group or interest? A lot of times you get connection requests. I know that happens with me, where the request comes out of the blue. And I say, I got no idea who this is. I don't even think it's an honest profile. Armed with this information, what will you do? Will you start vetting requests? I hope so. Or will you not? Will you just harvest connections as fast as you can? Because maybe you're new to whatever you think the newest social media service is. You'll accept any connection request out of the blue, even the ones that may end up being fake or fraudulent. Or maybe you'll just forget everything I've been talking about because you got other things to do. You work hard. Maybe you're watching this on a weekend and you have other things to do in your personal life. Today's presentation is sponsored by my 4th book, and How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are 2 author personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy, who wants to protect you because I'm the good guy. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy, who wants to rip you off. Brad says, I'm good at hacking. Hacking is easy. I like the easy money. And that is Brad Cracker's worldview. You know what? I am done. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been, but you chose to be here. You chose to listen to me, Mark Anthony Germanos, tell you that you need to vet connection requests online because attackers can use them to learn about you and then use that information against you to make you an identity theft statistic. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a good day.